Welcome to another episode of the J&J Podcast. I'm Jamie,
This is Jameson.
and we want to welcome all of our listeners in. Lots going on with the NBA, and that's actually where we're going to jump in and get started this week. The Lakers season is over. Probably could have gone another game, but the truth is, because of a Chet Holmgren walking violation that wasn't called,
Facts.
the Lakers season is done. And so, Jameson, I'd like to kind of get your thoughts on that. Touch on a couple of things. Number one, the OKC. Listen, I'm just going to say it. That series was a joke.
Facts.
If the NBA doesn't do something about the flopping and how they get away with playing, if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is as good as everybody claims that, or some people, not everybody, as some people claim that he is, then he shouldn't have to push people off to get his jump shot off.
Exactly.
So I want to make sure that in the offseason that the NBA takes a look at that. Besides that, I don't want to sound like a bitter, hater as far as the Lakers are concerned. But truth of the matter is, the Lakers probably could have gotten 2 games if it wasn't for the officiating. I'm just going to say it.
I agree.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, season's over. Let's talk a little bit about free agency, Jameson, for the Lakers. What are your thoughts about what the Lakers may be doing in the offseason? And we can also spend some time talking about what we think they should do.
I agree. Well, I'll first off say this about free agency. I think it's all going to start off with what happens with Austin Reeves and LeBron James. As everybody knows, LeBron's technically an unrestricted free agent, so it's like I feel like he's gonna do one of 3 things. He's either gonna retire, which I don't see happen. I think LeBron at least plays one more season, and I think LeBron's not gonna just retire abruptly without getting a proper send off. Similar to like the farewell tour that Kobe got. So I don't see that happening. Option number 2 is he can sign with the Lakers for a massive pay cut. When I say massive pay cut, it's like this year alone, LeBron was making more than Luka Doncic at age 41. So it's like that for the Lakers to have any type of cap flexibility, and be able to actually sign some marquee free agents and, revamp the roster, they're going to need LeBron to take a massive pay cut. Or option 3, I can see him leaving and going to like Golden State, San Antonio, the Knicks. I'll be honest, out of the 3, I think LeBron is ultimately going to end back up on the Lakers. For a number of reasons. I think he loves playing with Luka Doncic. I think he loves the city of Los Angeles. I think Bronny being on the roster still is going to, play a role in his decision making. And I think honestly too, it's like, I know people are going to say, well, he could, end it off in Cleveland. I just don't see that happening. I think he loves LA. A lot of his family's there, like his wife. I just don't see LeBron leaving LA unless for just some reason we just defend him and we just say we flat out don't want LeBron. But reports are already saying today that there's mutual interest in bringing him back for at least another season. So I'm all for it. LeBron was still a top 15 player at age 41. And there were games throughout this playoff series, even with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being on the court, where LeBron was the best player. So I think it's going to start with that. Austin Reeves is another, tricky subject. I think personally, and the reports are saying today that Luka Doncic long-term wants to play with Austin Reeves. So I think more than likely that the Lakers are going to find some type of like happy medium contract-wise to, retain Austin Reeves. But I think once you figure out what you're going to do with those 2 moves, I think next on the agenda has to be Rui Hachimura. I feel like the way Rui played, Rui was the best player on the court last night. Even, you know what I'm saying? I'll say this alluded to the game.
And he's been the most consistent player throughout.
Most consistent. He literally shot the highest percentage from 3 out of any player in NBA playoff history. So, just to put it into perspective. And I will say this. It's the only thing I'm going to say about the game last night. 2 things. DeAndre Ayton, learn Chinese, brother. I'll be honest. I don't want to see him in a Lakers jersey. I don't even want to see him put on a Kobe jersey. I don't want to see him. No Elgin Baylor, no Magic, jersey. No Shaq jersey, no Kareem. You're not allowed to put on a Lakers jersey. I don't even care if it's a Jordan Farmar jersey. You're not allowed to wear no Lakers jersey. It could be Sasha Vujacic. You're not allowed to wear no Lakers jerseys going forward. He stinks. Second thing I'm going to say about that game last night. Why in the world was Rui Hachimura not on the court on the last play of the game?
Thank you. JJ Redick.
I'll say this, though. Outside of that, I got to tip my hat off to JJ Redick, though. Because JJ Redick honestly made some really good coaching adjustments, in my opinion. And like I'll say this, there's a lot of other NBA coaches where we would have gotten blown out by 25 plus every game. Granted,
Agreed.
he had to fight with the refs and he had to fight with not having an MVP candidate in Luka Doncic the entire series. So I honestly like it's wild for me to say this as a Lakers fan. I still feel like very pleased with what I saw in the effort that we gave, even though we got swept. Because you got to think about it. Already didn't have a fighter's chance not having Luka. Then you had to play against the refs every game. Then, Jared Vanderbilt got hurt. Jake LaRavia learned Chinese as well, brother. You stink. Terrible. Terrible. So, here's what I'll say, though. For a free agency target, there are a couple players I have in mind. Mitchell Robinson's a free agent. I don't know what the Knicks are going to do with him. I feel like all the Lakers need to do is really get 3-and-D guys, and they need to get at least another lob threat or two for Luka Doncic. I think I would love to keep Jackson Hayes. Like last night, he was way better than DeAndre Ayton. I would love to keep Jackson Hayes, but I think they really need to target players like Mitchell Robinson. Or I've said this for the last 2 years. If they can somehow find a way to get Walker Kessler, I would love that. Lou Dort could potentially be, a trade option. Aaron Gordon could be a trade option. I think a free agent that, that's kind of been linked to the Lakers for the past couple of months has been Peyton Watson. The Nuggets payroll, they're probably not going to be able to retain him, so he's a Clutch Sports client. So there's a lot of moves that the Lakers can make this offseason to, better position themselves to actually compete for a championship post LeBron if they're not able to re-sign him, and they really just got to shape around Luka Doncic. So I'm excited, but do I trust Rob Pelinka? I don't know.
So, a couple of things, and this is going to sound a little bit controversial. I know that Luca might want Austin Reeves, but it's according to who's available.
Facts. If you can trade him for Giannis, I'm sorry, bro. I'll come to Los Angeles and pack your bags for you.
Listen, listen. I know he was coming off of an injury,
I'm
but
sorry.
he only played good in one game this whole playoffs.
2 games. I will say he played good
games.
the last 2 games. I'll give him that.
Yeah, yeah. Again, though, on defense, he is a cone. It is what it is. He does not play good defense. Having him and Luca on the team together, you've got to go get some defensive players, period. And they have to be able to shoot because that dude doesn't play good defense. It is, as you so eloquently said in the past, it is whoever offense on Austin Reeves.
True.
I like his game and all that, but it's according. Like I'm not trying to pay this cat, $120 million if you can go out and get somebody like a Giannis or whoever.
True.
For other pieces.
Well, let me ask you this though. Because Luka, he signed that contract extension. I feel like the Lakers also got to be careful though, and they got to make sure they keep Luka Doncic happy because after this contract is up, who's to say he couldn't walk? If we're not like prime example, if he says he wants to play with Austin Reeves, you'd have to go out there and get a Giannis, in my opinion, to make it worthwhile. You get what I'm saying? Okay. It's like I wouldn't just want to trade Austin Reeves for just any like
no. That's why I said it have to be somebody like a Giannis.
No, I agree.
I'm saying it has to be a splash if you get rid of him. But if you don't get rid of him, then you also need to make
3-and-D moves in like a
that's
big,
right.
like prime example.
And another big.
If our lineup going into next season was Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Peyton Watson, LeBron, and Walker Kessler, I'd be the happiest man on the planet. And what that does is you then have an explosive backcourt that can score at will, between Austin Reeves and Luka. You still have that 3-and-D guy in Peyton Watson. You saw how LeBron can play. LeBron can be the 4th option some nights, or he can be the 1st option some nights. LeBron is LeBron. And then you have a formidable, an all-star caliber big in Walker Kessler to then pair up with Luka. I feel like that lineup, and then you have Marcus Smart off the bench, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes. I'm fine with that type of lineup. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, if you're going to retain Austin Reeves, you can't just then throw Rui Hachimura at the 3. You have 3 dudes right there that are getting torched on defense. It's not going to work. And then think about it. You cannot have Austin Reeves and then throw DeAndre Ayton out there again at the center position. That's unacceptable.
Well, here's what I will say, because you talked about J.J. Redick. One thing that I will actually criticize, one criticism I have is, and I watched it in the Minnesota series, one criticism that I have is Austin Reeves should have been coming off the bench in those first couple of games.
Yeah. That's what
Luke
Anthony Edwards
Kennard,
did. We were talking about that for the Timberwolves.
exactly.
Allowed him to get
Luke
his rhythm.
Kennard, yes, Luke Kennard was totally out of rhythm because he forced Austin Reeves back, pushed him into the starting lineup. Austin Reeves could have actually come off the bench and gave us firepower off the bench. I felt like it would have worked better. Luke Kennard was completely out of sync because of that. He had been playing well up until that point again in the Rocket series. Granted, I know it's two different teams. I know it's two different strategies, but they had chemistry going into the OKC series, and then when Austin Reeves came back, Luke Kennard didn't look like himself.
Yeah.
So one criticism that I have of JJ Redick, he could have done like Minnesota did. I mean, you're talking about Anthony Edwards actually coming off the bench, working his way back. That that to me is good coaching.
Yep.
And just because Austin Reeves came back doesn't mean, oh, I immediately got to throw him back in because he's completely healthy. Let him work his way back.
I agree.
And we saw that in that game, and it cost the Lakers a potential win. It
Let,
really did.
let me ask you this because you brought his name up because this is another name like I'm curious about what do we do. I would love to retain him for the right price, but are you excited or like would you want the Lakers to re-sign Luke Kennard?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
honestly, I say I want Marcus Smart back. I mean, the plus is he's he's under contract until after next season, so we don't
Yeah.
really have to really be too concerned right now. Like we could give him a contract extension later on. Rui, we got to worry about this offseason. He's an unrestricted free agent. Luke Kennard, same with him. What sucks about all this is DeAndre Ayton has a player option, so if he accepts that, he's back on the team.
Well, if he opts in, then we better go get another good
Well,
big
what's
and let him come off.
hilarious, and I laughed at this. The report is that he might opt out because he thinks he can get a bigger payday somewhere else.
By all means, opt out.
I said, where?
Please,
Shanghai?
please do a Dennis Schroeder. By all means, go right ahead. Please, yeah, bet on yourself.
No, honestly, I want him to opt out. Respectfully.
No, that's what I said. Please go bet on yourself. Please, by all means, I'll give you some money to bet on yourself.
And Jake LaRavia, I feel like he's got to be traded. He's under contract for a 2-year deal. He needs to be moved. And I hate to say
need for
this.
Jake LaRavia to see if he has any eligibility left in, so he can
At
go
Wake
get an NIL
Forest.
deal. That's how bad he stunk up the joint.
I'm going to be honest with you, too. As much as I love him for his effort, I think we need to find a trade package that includes Jake LaRavia and Jared Vanderbilt. It's time.
Absolutely, yes.
It's time.
Jared Vanderbilt has stolen money for 2 years.
It's time. It's time.
Anthony Edwards said it, and I know that it was it's tricky trying to figure out. But dude, you play good defense.
You can't shoot, brother. You
can't shoot at
you
all.
can't be in the NBA in 2026 and not be able to at least hit a corner three. I mean,
and
I've told you this. The blueprint is
been asked to work on.
yeah. The blueprint is
He's
PJ
literally
Tucker. Literally, he
Yes.
could be a PJ Tucker type player, but he refuses to develop a corner three and a corner jump shot. And
Yep.
prime example, PJ Tucker just announced his retirement last week. The brother played in the NBA for what, 20 seasons?
37 years.
Yeah, it felt like it. I mean, he played with Oscar Robertson.
I mean, he absolutely played. He
You know what I'm
absolutely
saying?
played with Bill Russell.
Like my goodness, he played.
Bill
He
Russell
literally
was-
played. He played with Tommy Heinsohn and John Havlicek. Like holy cow!
Exactly. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man.
But we can shift gears from the Lakers. But
Yes.
Rob Pelinka has a lot of work to get done, and I'm not confident he's gonna get it done. I'll put it that
No.
way.
I'm telling you now, and we've said it for literally the
Yep.
past 3 years. I have no confidence whatsoever
No.
in him. And with the new owners, I'm sorry. If
If he stinks up the joint, fire him.
he got to be gone.
He has to.
And honestly, he should be gone.
Because I'll
already.
be honest, this is the most important offseason he's going to have throughout his tenure as GM right now. This is he's going to have stupid cap space available. You got to make some stuff happen, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Period.
Yeah.
So, just a couple of quick hits, Jameson. Is Giannis finally going to get traded?
I think so. But I'll say this, I think the Bucks made a mistake. They should have taken that Warriors offer that they presented them at the deadline. They offered them about 6 first-round picks, and they said no. I think honestly now, believe it or not, Giannis's value has plummeted some. Because you gotta look at this. A lot of the teams that were rumored to actually want to trade for Giannis, like the Knicks. If I'm the Knicks, they might make the NBA Finals. I'm not trading for Giannis after you make a Finals appearance. That's not smart. The San Antonio Spurs might win it all. Why would you trade for Giannis?
Yep.
Honestly, the Celtics are the only team I could see making a swap for him, and that's because I feel like they could do a Jaylen Brown, Giannis type of package, that type of swap.
Hmm.
But even then, does Giannis and Jason Tatum work? I don't think so.
I don't think so
So
at
you're
all.
really looking at a select few teams, like maybe the Lakers. I mean, here's the plus for the Lakers. At the deadline, we had one first round pick at our disposal. Now we have three. So it's like
Hmm.
now we can actually be a part of that Giannis, sweepstakes. In my opinion, at the deadline it wasn't realistic. You're not getting Giannis for Austin Reeves in a first round pick. That's not happening. But now I feel like the list of teams is somewhat limited. Like I can see, the Heat, the Lakers.
Well, if he goes to listen, why would he go to the Heats? That's
That's
Bucks
literally
South.
the Bucks again. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the Bucks
So I'm like,
South. That's what
I
that
feel
is.
like Giannis has waited so long. Like it's crazy for me to say that Giannis's trade value has plummeted, but in my opinion, it has. Like even if I'm the Warriors, do I trade 6 first round picks for Giannis now? No,
No,
I'm not doing that. Steph is older,
agreed.
so
That's right.
I just don't. I don't.
It might be a Dame situation again.
Yep, I think he is going to
Now,
get traded, and I
Steph,
think
obviously, Steph is better, but
no
let's just,
facts. But I think Giannis will get traded, but I feel like now there's only a select couple of teams that's actually probably going to give the Bucks a good trade package. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, agreed.
Because think about it.
Agreed.
I thought about this. I was like, if I'm the Washington Wizards, I give them the first. I give them the first pick for Giannis. But do you think Giannis wants to come play for the Wizards? Probably not.
I mean, let's see what the Wizards end up looking like. I mean, again, you got Anthony Davis, so I'm sorry. It is what it is. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
I don't think he should look at something like, all the talk last year about or earlier this year about the Miami Heat. Like that doesn't make sense.
No.
Celtics is probably the team that makes the most sense, but I don't know that would be a good
And then
fit.
of course, bias aside, I'm like Giannis and Luca make sense. They do.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. No question.
So we'll
So,
see.
all right, let's do a playoffs update very quickly.
Yeah.
Pistons versus Cavs. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this one because
Boy, oh boy.
uh listen, you talk about a big man who hasn't shown up. I mean,
You light my fire.
come on, man. If I were Cade, I'd be looking at the
Duran.
front office like Jason Duran is not getting it done.
Jalen Duran got to be better.
I said Jason.
And
Jalen
Jason,
Duran.
too.
And Jason. I believe it's Jason that's out there because Jalen ain't been balling.
Jalen ain't playing.
No. That series should not be tied 2-2.
I'm
In
going to
my
tell you
opinion.
this. The game tonight, no, the game tomorrow night is in
Tomorrow.
Detroit. If they
Yeah,
lose that game, this series is over.
I
Because
agree.
that's you then would have given 3 straight games to the Cavs, and then game 6 would be back in Cleveland. You
Yep.
had like game 5 is a must win. You're gonna
Agreed.
be on your home court, and I'll say this: as much as I love Cade, last game he was terrible. He turned the
He
ball
was.
over. He wasn't aggressive in the second half. He can't play like that next game because I've told you this. This is the one downside to the Pistons. If Cade is not aggressive on offense, really the only other go-to like consistent scoring option that can get their
Tobias
own
Harris.
exactly. It's like
And
Tobias
he,
Harris.
and he,
I'll be honest,
and he has been balling.
Tobias Harris hasn't had one bad playoff game so far.
He
He's
not.
been
Nope.
phenomenal.
That's right.
But I'm like, when Tobias Harris was your best player on the court offensively, you're not gonna win games like that. Like, what ticked me off is y'all held Donovan Mitchell to 4 points at halftime of the last game, and we're only up 4. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And then the brother still had 30. Y'all let him get 26 in the second half. That can't
That is
happen.
terrible. And I'm just telling you, man, it's what we talked about with DeAndre Ayton. Jalen Duran looks like Ben
He's
Wallace.
being sorry.
I mean, seriously.
Like Evan
And when
Mobley and Jared Allen were having their way with him.
yes, and when I say Ben Wallace, I'm talking about offensively because defensively, Ben
Yeah,
Wallace was shutting cats
defensively,
down.
Ben Wallace was a monster.
Was a monster. But you are not even as good as Ben Wallace defensively.
And Ben Wallace had no offense except dunks.
Right. Exactly. Pick and roll and a dunk. Or rebound and a dunk.
Exactly.
Duran ain't even doing that.
No, he's got to be better.
Yes.
Because
So
here's my thing, too. Karis LeVert even gave you good minutes last game. He had 17 at halftime.
so let me say this. Did I not tell you?
You literally
that I
called
feel
it.
like- I called it. I was telling you earlier in the it might have been the last series.
You
I think I
did.
it
You
in the
said,
last series.
because last series he didn't get no tick.
Exactly. And I said the other cat who could come off the bench
Yep.
and actually get, because during that series we were talking about how Thompson was, a liability
Yep.
because he can't shoot at all.
Facts.
But Karis LeVert can shoot and he can get his own shot
And he
and can
plays
create his own
defense.
shot
Because
and
there
he
are
plays
times when
defense.
Duncan Robinson, when he's not hitting threes,
Oh my
hit the
gosh.
showers, bro.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
So,
So I would agree with
yeah,
you. I think they're playing with fire.
facts. And my
They
thing is,
are.
you need to go in the series. The Knicks are chilling at home, resting.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
So,
So, all right, we'll move on to the next playoff update. That's the Spurs versus the Wolves.
yep, yes, sir.
I'm sure you have. Before I give the floor to you, I think it's really stupid of some people to say things like, and there's one on ESPN who said it yesterday, or it might have been
Oh,
today.
Kendrick Perkins, that Wemby should have been suspended.
I mean, come on,
He's an
man.
idiot.
What are you talking about?
Why would you say
Um,
that? Because here's my
yeah,
thing.
just
I'm gonna go and tell you this. I'm rooting for the Wolves. You know me. I love me some Anthony Edwards. We want the Spurs to beat the Timberwolves. The Wolves will get swept by the Thunder.
they
Anthony
would.
Edwards is not healthy. He's
Nope.
not. I mean, granted, he doesn't look like he's not healthy, but that's what's scary. I mean, the brother's still
Yes.
getting almost 40 on two bad knees. But I'm like,
Yes.
the best shot of a team knocking off the Thunder is the San
Which is
Antonio
what we
Spurs.
want.
This,
Which is
that's
what
what
we want.
everybody wants. I mean, think about it.
Yes.
Every single regular season matchup they had was must-watch television. It was.
Absolutely. Yes. Agreed.
So,
And I listen,
yeah.
I want to see Wemby literally dunk hate
Oh, I'll
on
be
Chet
honest.
Holmgren.
I think Wemby Game 5 gets 40 plus easily.
Hate
I
that.
think he's going to
Yeah.
be playing with a vent. And here's what's scary. Even without Wemby, they still almost won last game.
I know. I know.
I'll be honest.
So,
I think the Spurs are going to win the next two games and going to end the series. I don't see Minnesota winning another game. Just being honest.
well, that's my hope. That really is my
That's my
hope.
hope
I
too.
don't know. I don't know because Rudy Gobert has been playing a little bit out of his mind.
I'm just telling you, Dad. I do not want to see the Timberwolves versus the Thunder. The Wolves might get one game. They
Oh, I
might
agree
get
with
one
that.
game because here's the
I'm just
thing.
saying I don't know that this one is going to end in 6 games.
I
That's
think
all
it
I'm
is.
saying.
I think it is. Because my thing is, I don't want it to go to 7. Anything can happen in the
Neither
game
do I.
7. I want Wemby to come out and get 40, 10, and 9 blocks next game and just go ahead and
Listen.
just assert himself. He
We
has to.
agree. We agree, but they have Anthony Edwards. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Like, we agree that we want them to go ahead and end it because we want them to be well rested to play the Thunder. And because somebody's got to end that. It's got to be over.
Yeah.
That is not good basketball. It is not fun to watch. It's disgusting. It is gross. It is sickening. It is annoying. I don't want to see that crap anymore. I really, really don't. It's like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has become the Caitlin Clark of the NBA.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Did I just say that? Yes, I did.
The Patrick
He has
Mahomes.
become not that she's become the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander of the WNBA. He's become the Caitlin Clark
Yep.
of the NBA.
Yep.
That's what he does.
It's like
So,
we respect
I
your
don't wanna see
game,
that
but it's
crap.
like we hate watching that joint, bro.
Exactly.
That joint is not
And,
good ball.
and
bro.
I'm losing respect for your game because it seems to me you can't get a jump shot off without pushing off anymore.
Facts. That
So-
or the free throw line. And here's what I also say why I'm very confident in the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper are the best trio of guards right now in all of basketball. And all of them had 20 plus last game, and they still lost. It's like if Wemby plays that game, they win no question. Like
They win
they
going
should
away.
they should really be up 3-1 right now. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest, so I think they're gonna cut. I think if they win this next game, they're gonna go and end it in 6 games. But they have to win this next one. I think they will.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. I hope they end it quickly.
Me too.
Because I really want OKC to lose. I want
Oh,
them to
same.
be sent home.
Same.
I just, I believe in Anthony Edwards.
No, I do
Fortunately
too.
or unfortunately. So
I do too.
we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
All right, the last NBA playoff update: Knicks swept the Sixers, and man, listen, I really, really hate it for Joel Embiid
Same.
because when he's on the floor, he's a difference maker. When he's healthy, he's a difference maker, and that series would have been much, much better if he had been able to actually play.
It hurt me.
It hurt me.
And you remember we said that before, like the series even started. We said we both picked Philly to win in like 6 or 7 games because we were like Joel Embiid is going to be playing. They don't have an answer for him. It's like he was a shell of himself. He missed game 2 because of like the back injury and like the knee soreness. And then it's like even when he played, he wasn't the same. And I'm gonna say this. I gotta give credit where credit is due. I'm pumping the brakes because it's still the Knicks. They'll find a way to mess it up. But I am gonna say this: the Knicks, outside of the Thunder, have been the most consistent team throughout the playoffs so far. Like they've been phenomenal. Like of course they had those 2 losses to the Hawks, but after that they beat the brakes off of them. And then it's like every game against Philly, they mollywopped them. Like even Game 7, I'm watching Game 7. I'm like, Deuce McBride coming off the bench just sparking threes. Josh Hart couldn't miss. And I'm gonna say this: I gotta give credit to Mike Brown. This new version of Karl Anthony Towns has become more of like a facilitator pass first threat.
Yes.
It's effective. It works. The floor spacing is phenomenal. And here's what's scary: they just did that against Philly. They didn't even have OG Anunoby for the last 2 games.
I know. You want me to tell you what it reminded me of? The way they're using him, it reminds me of Denver.
Facts.
It really does.
Facts. Let him be the hub of your offense.
Exactly. He looked like Jokic out there,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. A little bit better defender.
Yeah. Facts.
That's sarcasm. He's
And,
way better.
and I'll be honest, too. I feel like what's going to separate the Knicks is, like, I mean, Jalen Brunson has been really good as well. I mean, he had a couple games where he's been, he was kind of warming up against the Hawks, but, like, this entire Philly series, he was amazing. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
So let me ask you. So let me say this, or
Sure,
ask you this,
sure.
because I don't want to upset you. But if the Pistons don't go ahead and take care of business,
Oh, I think regardless, I think they're probably going to lose to the Knicks. I hate to say
well,
it.
that's what I was going to ask, because Jalen Duren has yet to
It's not.
be consistent.
It's not even just that. It's just like really, Cade is their only go-to scorer. It's like for the Knicks, you have Jalen Brunson that can go get his. You have OG Anunoby that can go get his. Mikal Bridges has finally remembered how to play basketball. He's been really good the last 4 or 5 games. It's like Karl Anthony Towns. Like Karl Anthony Towns is going to outplay Jalen Duren. It's like they're pretty much winning every matchup battle except for the Cade one. So it's like as much as I want to root for the Pistons, it's like I am. Cade's my favorite player. I don't see them beating the Knicks the way that the Knicks are playing right now. I just don't see it.
I wanted your input on that, and I wanted to see.
And I'll say this too: if the Cavs,
I want you to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm being completely honest. It's like even if the Cavs win, the Cavs aren't beating the Knicks. I'm sorry.
I agree. I definitely.
We
agree.
really might mess around and have the Knicks and the Spurs in the finals, which would be insane.
That would be lovely, to be honest.
I would love it. I think that would be a great series.
Yeah, if OKC's not in it, I'm fine.
I'll be honest. As long as OKC isn't in it, I'm fine. I'm cool.
Yes. I'm not watching it if OKC is in it.
I'll tell you this, though, as a basketball fan, of course, my ideal finals is the Pistons versus Spurs, so I can see Cade and Wemby. But if for some reason, like I told you, I feel like the Knicks are going to beat the Pistons or the Cavs, whoever wins this series, I would not mind seeing the Knicks play at the highest level of basketball. Those fans deserve that.
Agreed. Absolutely.
So.
Yep. So, all right. Let's do a quick 2026 draft order.
Sure.
And what do you want to do? The top 4, top 5?
We'll just do top 5. We'll just go through the top 5 like picks, and then you just tell me who you think the team is gonna pick.
Okay.
So first pick is the Washington Wizards. I mean, we were talking about this earlier. I think personally they're gonna pick Bonsa. I feel like he just fits their need right now, and I feel like he's the safest bet. So
I agree with that.
Yes,
I mean, I don't like it, but I agree with it.
Same. I think the second pick, based off of need, I think the Jazz are going to take Darren Peterson. You got to think about it. They have Jaren Jackson, Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen. They don't need any other bigs. I think if they can get Darren Peterson and pair him up with Keontae George, that's a really scary young team.
That's a scary backcourt.
Yep, it is. Yeah. And they still have Ace Bailey.
True. I forgot about Ace Bailey.
So I'm like, the Utah's cooking a little bit.
Okay. I don't agree. I don't disagree.
Yes, sir. Third pick is the Grizzlies. I think personally they should take Caleb Wilson, but I think they're going to take Cam Boozer.
Yep, and they're going to make a huge mistake.
Yep. And honestly, I'm not mad at this because I actually like this fit for him. The fourth pick is Chicago. I think they're actually going to pick Caleb Wilson.
Okay.
So
listen,
and I would love that for him.
Wherever he ends up, he's going to be an impact player.
Oh, he's going to be a monster.
And yes, if he ends up fourth and he goes to Chicago, he's going to be a beast.
Yep.
I think, though, I just don't want him to go to Chicago because they have no clue what they're doing.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, literally, they don't have any idea. Can you start to build around him when you got Josh Giddey, got some pieces there? I just don't. I would much rather him go to somewhere like Memphis. Can you imagine him and Ja, the probably the most athletic, two of the most athletic, if not the most athletic, once Caleb Wilson gets there?
Facts.
That pick and roll would be
It'd be
nasty.
disgusting.
Literally, Caleb Wilson throwing alley oops to John back and forth,
I'm telling
and
you,
vice versa.
that's gonna be
Um,
insane.
it would be insane. So, all right, who's your fifth?
The fifth pick is the Clippers, which I was like, that should have been the Pacers pick, but
Right,
that was the trade where they sent Benedict Mathurin and got got him back and traded Zubac. So
Zubats,
the
right?
Pacers could have had the fifth pick. I'll just throw that out there. I think the fifth pick, personally, I think it should be Darius Acuff if I'm the Clippers. I don't care that y'all have Darius Garland. I would trade Darius Garland if I could get Darius Acuff. I'm just being
Absolutely,
honest. I know they just traded for him, making the trade for James Harden, but I don't think you can pass on Darius Acuff. I think a lot of the mock drafts have been saying the kid Keaton Wagler from Illinois, but I'm like, if you're the Clippers, you cannot pass on Darius Acuff, bro. You can't.
I agree. That's listen. In my opinion,
I think him and Caleb Wilson are going to be the two best players from this draft, if you ask me.
yes, yes.
Just
I,
being
I
honest.
mean, there's some arguments about Darren Peterson. Part of what I've heard though is it wasn't always the cramps. Darren Peterson wasn't getting paid like he was promised. That's what I've heard.
Yes, sir.
And so in some of those games, he was like, "Oh, y'all not gonna pay me the full
Yep.
amount in my NIL? Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
have a seat." So we'll see. We'll see. I think he's of the top five. He's probably the some will say Devonta, but based on what I'm seeing in some of these some of these workouts, his three needs some work.
Who you talking about?
Um,
Devonta?
Devonta,
Oh,
yeah.
I agree. His three needs work, and Cameron Boozer's three needs work. I think
Well,
I think Caleb Wilson has great shooting. I'm not saying he's a knockdown 3-point shooter, but I think he can continue to develop. But I feel like
yes,
overall skill set, he has the best skill set ready to play in the NBA right now. Him, A Cuff, and Darren Peterson out of the top five, if you ask me.
agreed, agreed.
And let me throw this in there real quick. This is just kind of scary to think about. The Thunder have the 12th pick, and most of the mock drafts say that they're probably going to pick Yaxel Lettenberg.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like, bro, what
Another
more do
one.
you need, bro?
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, I will say
Yeah,
this for the Thunder. They're gonna have some questions they gotta answer this offseason with like Lou Dort and Hartenstein. Like they can be free agents. So I'm like, maybe Yaxel was the Lou Dort replacement. But I'm like, still, like Yaxel's a monster. I'm like,
yes,
him on the
Spurs. Let's
Thunder
end
is
this.
crazy. Yeah,
Let's end this
Spurs, we
first.
gotta end this, bro.
I'm serious. Let's end this. Come on, man.
Please.
Come on,
Please.
man. Come on, man. Come on
Please.
with me. All right, we're gonna wrap up this episode of the J&J podcast as we normally do with moving the needle. Jameson, what moved the needle for you this week?
I'll make mine quick. It was the WNBA season being back. There was a lot of good games that I got to watch over the weekend. Really good to have women's basketball back, and very excited to see what the season holds.
I will say that what is moving the needle for me is the fact that Caleb Wilson probably deserves to be the number one pick. Whatever team he falls to, we've talked a little bit about it.
Getting
Whatever
a
team he
steal.
falls to is getting a steal.
Facts.
Period. Before we go, we want to shout out a RIP to both Brandon Clark and Jason Collins. Just
It's
really,
yeah,
really sad news.
sad day for the NBA, man.
Absolutely. Just Brandon Clark, I think, was only 29 years old.
Yep, 29, and
Um,
Jason Collins was only 47.
47. Jason is the twin brother. It's Jaron Collins, I
Yep.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Both played in the NBA. Jaron was on the Warriors for a while, or it
Yep.
might have been Jason. But either way, Jason Collins, um, man, rest in peace to both of them,
Yeah,
and
sad.
praying for them and their families as well.
I
So,
agree. Prayers up to both of them. And I'm truly, honestly, like days like today just make you. It puts things into perspective, and it's like you really, life is short. You gotta
yep,
value it, and it's like cherish the ones that you love, and you just gotta be thankful for life, and just try to live life to the fullest while you can. It's sad.
absolutely. And as much as we love the NBA, it's still a game
It is
at the end of the
exactly, and
day.
these people are still human beings. You know what I'm
That's
saying? It's
right.
like it's sad. It's devastating.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that'll end today's episode of the J&J podcast. We'll see you back here next week. Same bad channel, same bad time. Peace.